Hi, everybody. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets, and I wanted to stop by because there was something on my heart that I wanted to share. And I think it was about this time last week where I was on my way to bed and I started doing kind of what is my normal, I guess, ritual, for lack of a better word, but just the way that I get ready for bed. And I always, in the same order, I take off my watch, I put it on the charger, I take my earbuds and I put them on the same charger, and then I take my phone and I plug it in. And it just kind of came to me, the priority that I place for that. That I know that I'm going to need my phone, I know that I'm going to use my earbuds, I know that my watch kind of indicates for me certain things, like I want to close my circles. I have an Apple Watch, and something came to me about the priority that I'm placing on my electronics, and I'm not placing that same level of priority on my mental health and my emotional health and my, like I feel very strongly that there are things that recharge me, but because I've been very busy at work, I haven't prioritized those things. And it was a quick thought. It was kind of fleeting, but it set me on this path to reset and get to a place where I prioritize the things that are important. And for me, I can't do what I do unless I am recharged. I can't perform in the ways that I want to perform in my job, just in my personal life, things that goals that I'm up to, things that I'm setting to do. I can't do those things without being recharged. And so the second thing that happened is over the weekend, I was supposed to do a girls' event. I like to do youth girl kind of mentorship events. And I've had this program that's been, I'll say, in my belly for years, just this desire to have a program that speaks to a holistic way of being, but speaking specifically to young girls. And so there's kind of 4 components to it: holistic emotionally, holistic spiritually, holistic mentally, holistic physically. And so that's the core of the expectation or the focus for that program. And so I was preparing for it this weekend, and I was going to start with emotional health or emotional wholeness. And I'm preparing what all I want to do, and I got all of these things together, and then I was reminded, and it was like this little voice in my head or heart or belly or wherever that voice comes from, it just reminded me, like, are you emotionally whole? And so I started again thinking about areas that I really need to improve and I need to focus on for myself. And so last night, sorry, it's my next meeting coming up, but last night I just became really clear that I need to reprioritize. And so I sat down and I wrote down like actions, next steps, and just kind of what do I want to do. I work really well when I write things down. So when I write, especially if I write them down in bullets, I like to check things off. I like to get things done. I like lists. It's my thing. So there are 3 primary areas of focus for me to recharge. The first one is working out. My brain works better when I do some sort of activity. And typically, if I prioritize closing my circle, my exercise circle on my watch, if I prioritize that in the morning, it starts my day off right. And so I did that this morning. I started this morning and I worked out, which was really, really good. Second thing is just preparing for the week. Like just getting, what is my intention? What do I want to be up to for the week so that I'm not using my energy to try to figure that out as I go day to day. And so I took time to just set my intention for this week. I have year-end conversations. We work on fiscal years with my company, and so I have year-end conversations, and I set an intention around that. Like, how do I want to have these conversations, and what does preparation look like? And so that was really helpful to just get it on paper. And then the last thing is just how I eat, because there's this cycle that happens. If I'm off emotionally, I'm going to be off with my eating, and I'm also going to be off with my working out. It is a pattern, it's a cycle. And so because I've been a little bit overwhelmed at work with just some decision making and all of the things, I've also been I've not been eating well. So a lot of sweets, a lot of, just things that I know are not good for me. And so I shifted that today and just wrote down like kind of meal prepped on paper. Like I know that I wanted scrambled eggs this morning. I know I wanted a salad for lunch. I know that as a snack I wanted eat popcorners, and usually with hummus. I don't have any hummus right now, but popcorners are kind of my snack of choice. I have apples, I have bananas, so fruit. All of that is like available to me. And so I have a list of things that I can choose to prepare myself to eat. And if I want a snack, which is oftentimes when I'm processing, I want to snack on something, I have a crunchy option, which is generally what I want when I am in process mode. I want something crunchy. And so I have my popcorners, and they're low-cal, I think they're gluten-free, and just a wonderful snack option. And so anyway, here we are. I'm starting, and I typically will say, like, I'm going to do a 40-day challenge and all that. And I just decided not to do that. In my mind, it is a 40-day challenge because I actually have an event in May. But in reality, it is me restarting the way I need to live on a day-to-day. It is not there's no by when, because I need this to be the first day to the rest of my life and the way that I operate normally. I remember one big change that I made when I was in college. My roommate and I had a bet to see who could stop eating pork the longest. And I never picked up a desire to eat pork again. I made a decision at that time that it wasn't good for me. It didn't process well in my body. And I have not done it since. So anyway, that's where I am. And you're welcome to join me. I don't know if this resonates with anyone. If it does, just, we do it day by day. We make our choices day by day, and we do what is best for ourselves moment by moment. So this is where I am now, and I am hoping to continue to follow up with you all to let you know where I am, how things are going, and just as things come to me, I'll update you. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. And I will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye.